You ever look up at the night sky and just feel small? And it's not just the sheer scale of it all, is it? It's the quiet, the profound, deafening silence. Well, today we're going to dive headfirst into one of the biggest, most unsettling questions in all of science. In a universe that should be bursting with life, why does it seem like we're the only ones home?
Okay, let's just start with a number and try to wrap your head around this because it's a big one. 200 quintillion. That's a 2 with 20 zeros tacked on the end. And get this, that's a conservative guess for how many planets are in the observable universe. Even if just a tiny, tiny fraction of those are Earth-like, we should be talking about millions, maybe even billions of worlds where life could have started.
And that right there is the question that changes everything. With all those potential cradles of life, and with billions of years for civilizations to pop up and spread out, where are they? The galaxy shouldn't just be quiet. It should be buzzing with traffic, a cosmic Times Square. But instead, all we get is static.
You know, this isn't just some philosophical thing people wonder about. Scientists have a name for it. They call it the Great Silence. And it's one of the most profound and frankly unsettling problems they've ever stumbled upon. Think about this. Since the 1960s, we've had projects like SETI, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. We've been pointing our biggest radio telescopes at the stars, just listening. Listening for any pattern, any signal, any little whisper that would prove we're not alone. And after all those decades, nothing. Not a single verifiable peep. Just an eerie cosmic quiet.
So how did this whole cosmic mystery get its name? You might think it came from some dramatic late-night discovery at an observatory, right? Well, the real story starts somewhere a lot more normal, a lunch break.
The year is 1950. The brilliant physicist Enrico Fermi is chatting with his colleagues, and they're talking about aliens and the high probability of their existence. After going through all the math, he just sort of stops and asks this one simple, devastating question. It was just an off-the-cuff remark, but it's been echoing through science for more than 70 years now.
And that's it. That's the Fermi Paradox in a nutshell. It's this giant, glaring contradiction. On one side, you've got logic and probability telling you the universe has to be filled with intelligent life. But on the other side, you've got your own two eyes, or our radio telescopes, telling us it's completely empty.
So let's just lay it all out. On one hand, the argument for aliens seems like a slam dunk. You've got billions of galaxies, trillions of planets that could be like Earth, and billions of years for life to evolve. It just has to be out there, right? But then you look at the evidence, and it's just a big, fat zero. No confirmed signals, no alien probes or artifacts, no verified visits. Something in our logic is fundamentally broken.
So what gives? How do we solve this? Well, scientists have come up with a lot of possible answers. And really, you can think of it like we're investigating a cosmic crime scene. The mystery? The case of the missing aliens. And we've got a few prime suspects.
Most of the potential solutions fall into a few really fascinating and sometimes really scary categories. We're going to take a quick look at 3 of the biggest ideas out there. Something called the Great Filter, the Rare Earth Hypothesis, and a much darker idea known as the Dark Forest Theory.
All right, first up, the Great Filter. This theory says that somewhere along the path from simple goo to a star-faring civilization, there's a barrier, a wall, a step that is so incredibly hard to take that almost nobody makes it past. Maybe just getting life started is the near impossible part. Or maybe it's the jump from a single cell to a complex creature. Or maybe the filter is something else entirely.
And this is where the idea gets genuinely chilling. If the filter is something we've already passed, like, say, developing intelligence, then it means we might be one of the first and only species to ever make it through. We got lucky. But what if the filter is still ahead of us? What if every advanced civilization inevitably discovers a technology that destroys them? Then the silence out there isn't empty. It's a graveyard. And it's a warning.
Okay, now let's quickly hit 2 other big possibilities. First, you got the Rare Earth Hypothesis. It's kind of the simplest idea, that the incredible laundry list of things that had to go right for us to exist, our stable sun, our big moon, our plate tectonics, is just so unbelievably unique that we are, quite literally, the only intelligent life in the entire galaxy. The implication? We are profoundly alone. Then there's the Dark Forest Theory. And this one's straight out of a horror movie. It suggests the universe is teeming with life, but everyone is hiding in terrified silence. Because the first rule of the cosmos is never reveal yourself. Any civilization that makes noise gets immediately wiped out by a predator it never saw coming. So the smart thing to do? Stay quiet.
So, after all of these huge, mind-bending, and honestly pretty unsettling ideas, what does it all mean? What does it all mean for us, right here, right now? Let's bring it all back home.
See, the Fermi Paradox is so much more than a cosmic brain teaser. It forces us to look right at ourselves. That great silence out there, it's like a giant mirror. And in that reflection, we can see our own fragility, the countless ways we could mess this all up. But we can also see our incredible, mind-boggling potential. If we really are rare, or maybe even the first, then what we do here, what we become, that matters on a scale we can barely comprehend.
So in the end, we're left with this one ultimate question that really wraps up the entire paradox. Are we early to the party? Are we the only ones who got an invitation? Or are we just the next in a long, silent line of civilizations who reached for the stars only to fall? We just don't know the answer. But maybe, just maybe, the search for it is the most important journey we'll ever take.